You're a Pizza Hut. Oh, you mean you're a pizza in the box, yeah?
Memories all I got, like an afterthought. What we felt and said, red wine in your bed.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to MD Fish Tanks. I'm MD and these are my fish tanks. Right guys, I'm back in the old studio. Now some of you at the end of my last video were a lot of you were saying how, oh, there's no nanos. Whoa, start again. I just got a ton of new tanks delivered for the new studio. Well, why am I telling you? I'll just go and show you. It's easier if I just show you. New studio. Whoa. Alright, okay, so yeah, as I said, here's the new tanks. We've got the Paludarium, 600 centimetre. Now that would be massive. That'd be 6 metres, 600 millimetre. We say millimetres in the UK. Then I've got my new massive, oh, get out the way. This is possibly the worst start to a video I've ever created, but I'm not editing it, I'm keeping it, it's real. Always say, there it is again, every time. Naughty. So yeah, there's the river tank, it's going well. And here's my two massive tanks that we got as well. All these tanks are from Aquariums for Life. They look sweet, don't they? I still need to get a light for that 120 centimetre, 1200 millimetre. And I still need to get a light for that one as well. Yeah, so everyone was saying about the nanos and they're saying, oh, you're not gonna have any nanos. Yeah, of course I am. It's just that last video was moving in the big tanks. Now this video, we're moving in the nanos. And initially I was gonna build a load of little plimps for them all to sit on individually. But there's two reasons why I'm not going to. One, I can get some decent stuff from IKEA for them all to sit on for like the same price, and it's going to tie in with the tidiness as well that we've got going on. You know, the finish of all the cabinets and that we've got here from Aquariums for Life is just top notch. And all right, I'm not bad at making things. Like I made this stand behind me, but you know, it doesn't look like amazing, does it? And I want it all to look good. So I'm gonna spend a few quid, get some nice stands for the nanos, and then we can just keep it all looking real tip top. So what I'm actually gonna do today is empty out a lot of these nanos. They're all completely overgrown, but the plants are really good. I really want to keep them. Now, you know, as a lot of you know, Tropica sponsor me and I can get whatever plants I want. But there's something about old established plants, like this here, this pearlweed is just brilliant. It's so good. I mean, you can't really see it under that. Let me move that. Look, there you go. Look at it. Look at how vibrant and good it is. This is my, you can see them in there, look, crystal red cherries. So this tank has not been touched for a long time, as you can see. Now, when I reset up these nanos, I want to keep them a lot more open, a lot more enjoyable. Just got some more duckweed on my hands. Bloody duckweed. It's becoming annoying to me, as you all said it would. But when I set up these nanos again, I want to make them a lot more accessible. You know, it's really hard to get into these because I put this design together. You know, you live and learn. So I just want to make them a lot more accessible. Nothing down this low near the floor because I never look at it. I never do anything to it. Hence why the water line's so low. But again, look at how good that growth is. This has had, I don't think this has had a single water change in 4 months. There's no livestock in it, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, healthy as you like. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to break down these tanks, bit of a time lapse. You know, we'll do it quickly. I don't want to dawdle too much. And then I'll clear off and we'll go get the stands for them. That's one tank drained, emptied. I've moved the crystal reds from this tank into this one temporarily. This is my temp tank. There is one of them right there. They really like it, actually. I think they're really going to like that tank with the tannins and that. Oh, we're out of focus. There we go. So yeah, this is just my little dumping ground for the minute whilst we move over the fallen tree. But yeah, I'm going to keep all of this soil because it's going to be really good, really useful. It's full of nutrients. So just pop that up and I'll probably reuse that in the next scape. I'm not going to be so cluttered in the next scape because I want the next nano to be, you know, background plants only. I'm going to keep on top of it. The problem is, it's so hard to get in to maintain the fact that let's face it, I've been lazy. I should have kept on top of it. But in the new studio, right, all open on the top, no excuses. It's going to be looking awesome all the time. We won't get into this sort of affair, which is incredibly healthy and growing really well, but it doesn't look great, does it? So let's sort this out. so I'm at IKEA, and these are the boxes, and as you can see, look, they sort of rest in it this way, but all we've got to do is just flip it up the other way, and then I've got these nice black box inserts to go in as well. I'm going to get it in the black version because I think it will suit the studio a lot better, and then I can have these, which are these, bottom row or top row as black for just good storage and easy to pull in and out, and it just means maintenance on all the tanks is going to be a lot easier, and it'll keep it all tidy, won't it? So yeah, get these in the black, 25 quid. I don't know how much, well, it's probably about $32, something like that, but I don't even know if you have IKEA in America, do you? Anyway, I'm sure you've got some sort of equivalent that does these chunky sort of furniture things. Okay, so we're just walking around IKEA and I've actually spotted this little gen as well. Look, £10, $13. It's only plastic, but you know, to put on fertilizers, tools and that, can just sit nicely in one of the corners. I think that'd be quite a good little buy for a tenner. Easily accessible. Yeah, I'm going to get that as well. In fact, I've actually just seen this instead of that other cheap plasticky one. It's an extra tenner. I mean, get that. All green trays. Got my colours. I mean, I'd be silly not to. I'm going to do that. Does that sound good, babes? Good. Right. So yeah. Oh, look at you. Look, she's pretending to be over enthusiastic now because of the last video. Okay, guys, we're on our way back from IKEA. You can see I got way more stuff than I thought. There's lots of stuff there to build, which is going to be really fun because I love building flat pack furniture. Yeah, right. We've got all the drawers for the storage unit. We've got 3 or 4 of those stacking shelves, and we've got a baby that's happy as you go boo boo. Really confused. Guys, there we have it. It's a bit of an advert for IKEA. This is my friend Stefan. He's been my best friends for like 20 years. 20 years. Best man at my wedding. We love it. Oh, come here. Oh.
Roped in. Always getting roped in.
And you can probably notice as well, I've had an upgrade. We're looking at this in wide angle. So we can see everything like we've never seen it before. So I keep saying so. Well, I'll step in the studio in a minute and bring these in, and we can really see, you know, the difference it makes having this wide angle lens. Because, okay, this is what it would look like without the wide angle lens, what I've been filming usually with. That's awful, isn't it? I just had to keep going like this and putting the camera right at the top of the room, which is silly. Sorry about the mess. My wife's going to kill me for showing you all this. She's very house proud, but now we're like this, look. Classic sound effects, which Steph always takes the out of me for. MD sound effects, not MD fish tanks. Anyway, let's get all these in the studio. It's gonna look sweet. This is with the wide angle lens in here, looking good. I mean, obviously not often am I gonna need to show you guys the whole thing at once, but you know, for this instance we will. Let's bring in now all the different stands. I can start moving some of the nanos across. Right, you see, this is exactly why we should have got these boys cardboard boxes for Christmas. Right, this year, boys, this year for Christmas, yeah, we'll just get cardboard boxes, shall we?
No.
You don't want toys this year, do you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a Pizza Hut.
Where's Henry?
I'm a Pizza Hut.
Oh, there he is. Right, boys, do
Pizza.
you want to come and have a look at the new stands and that in the studio?
No, I'm a Pizza Hut.
You're a Pizza Hut.
I am a box.
Oh, you mean you're a pizza in the box, yeah?
I am a pizza box.
We can, oh, recycling.
Don't.
Good. Well, no, just leave it outside. It goes soggy and it's easy to fold it up.
Don't
Right,
put our things
come here.
away. I get to go first, Eddie.
You can go first.
Bye.
Jake, you can go first. Oh.
Ew.
Right, you go in. Go in. Have a look around. I'll get Henry. I'll get you, Henry. Henry, come here. This is so much easier if you just put your shoes on. Got ya.
It's Eddie first time.
Right. Okay, yeah. No, don't take them out. That's the storage drawers.
I need to say, look what they look.
So, can you see what I've done there? I've gone for like the colours, the MD Fish Tanks colours, haven't I? Yeah, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this one here is going to have the nano tank. So I'm going to have the cube in here, the no filter cube.
It was really funny when I was in that.
You was in that one, wasn't you?
Like this.
What are you doing?
You were actually in that tank, Henry.
I put the cave aquarium, you know the one we got in the kitchen? I'm going to put the cave aquarium there.
Okay.
And that'd be quite good as you come in, wouldn't it? Right guys, well I've cleaned up all of the nano tanks. I didn't really want to film that whole process because it took a while. I've got quite a few. I've got more than I actually realised. How weird is that? That's probably because I set up most of my tanks to look after themselves. So like, you know, sometimes I just forget about one for like a month, which won't be the case now because it's going to be so much nicer to actually maintain them and look after them. Tip for you guys, if you ever want to do like a racking system, don't put tanks down low. You just won't bother with them. You won't look at them or anything. You just be like, oh yeah, they're fine. But yeah, don't do that. Anyway, let me take you through what I've done. I'll put one of the sort of shelving systems here, single there with just a tank on, space in the middle for something coming up. Another nano. I've got the bowl down there. I don't think it's going to stay there. I'm probably going to do it with something else to it. I just slotted it in for the time being. I've got a space here for one as well because there's obviously a plug socket next to it. That's going to be the one I recently set up, the nano tank. I think that'd be a nice one just to go there. Then I've got 2 nanos over here on this one, which is perfect for them. And then what I've done is I've cleared this space here because this is where the cave aquarium is going to sit, and it's going to go nicely in this gap without blocking the view of this tank, because where that's sat and the drill is going to be where the Rancho Cruise 800 tank is. So yeah, that's how I've sort of worked it so that we can fit everything in without it being cramped, still looking nice, you know, like studio-like rather than crammed in fish tank room, if you know what I mean. But you know, with this wide angle lens now, guys, you can really get a much better feel for the sort of size we've got here. There's loads of room. Look, I'll just walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big steps, you know. So over this side, it's quite cool having the 2 sections as well, you know, because we'll be able to walk about and have a look around. Oh, it's so exciting. So good to have this much space. Right, anyway, so the next job is I'm going to bring in the other tank that I've already done and put it on there. Well guys, that's the first nano tank in the new studio, and I don't think that is looking too shabby at all. I like that, it's cool. It's had its sort of diatom phase, or going through it. Well no, actually it's had it, you can see. So if you look at, hang on, focus. If you look at the bottom leaves here on this Limnophilia, got that sort of brown tinge to them. The top leaves have come out really green. That's where it's over that diatom phase now. You can see that the rocks are looking really good. Didn't get all of that muck on the glass, but that's quite good because it gives a nice little food source for all these shrimp, which are doing really well. But how cool is this? So cool on the storage unit as well. Oh yeah, you got to get the colours, haven't you, for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys like that. And there's going to be so many more nanos, so it's not just all about the massive tanks, because that's a pretty beastly tank. Every time, this thing now, getting in the way. That's the only thing about a bigger studio. You've got more room to just leave random stuff lying around. La 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 la. Yeah, so I've got a gap there, and what's coming in there next is going to be the no filter tank I set up a while ago that I used the NT Labs products for to help see if it accelerated the growth, because one thing with no filter tanks, you get very slow growth. So some of you last time were asking me quite a lot in the comment section, how do I keep the place warm? Like, do I heat the tanks? Do I heat the room? Well, the answer is both actually. Down here, look, little oil storage heater, which probably costs about £100 a month, which is about $120 a month to run that. You know, it's not too much really. People spend that on a night out. You know, it heats my hobby for the whole month. That's pretty good if you look at it like that. And also I individually heat each tank as well. So this tank behind me has actually got the Oase Biomaster filter, which has a built-in heater into it, which is cool. So, and then a quick sneak peek of something that's coming up next video, the no filter cube with, did you see the fish? That's going to need naming, by the way, guys. That has got its own heater as well. So like what I tend to do is heat the room to an ambient temperature of about 15 to 16 degrees yeah? And then any fish that require sort of like tropical fish, for instance, you put a heater in the tank as well. The heater doesn't have to work so hard. The room's just ticking along at a nice ambient temperature. And then if I have temperate fish in a certain tank, that doesn't need a heater. So that's why some of you are saying that some of the tanks don't have heaters in them. Well, that is why. So I hope you guys have been really excited by this video, just to show the potential of what we've got coming up. So let me spin you around and let's go through how many empty tanks we've actually got to do here now. Right, so this one obviously just set up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Ranchu crew's going there, which I'm going to completely redo so I can show you guys how I did it again. The cave aquarium's going there. Obviously that light's not going to be there. And then I've also, on top of that, got the bowl to redo as well, because I took that down because it was an absolute mess. So, I lost count. Hang on. 1, 2, 9. We've got 9 more to do. So yeah. So guys, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, and I'll see you on the next one. MD out.